Everyone, I'm Debbie Polachek. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making this flower here that you see. So, and this is a card that I made from it, from using those flowers. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. So let's get started. To make our flowers today, what I chose to use to keep the flowers kind of light and fluffy looking, I decided to use just regular copy paper. And I just wanted to show you one thing. When you're punching with the daisy punch, I doubled the sheets because it's just so thin paper. As you can see, a lot of times you'll have trouble trying to get it out of there. But if that happens, just try to pull it down to a spot and push it again. And that way you can actually get it out. Okay, so that's a good little trick to kind of help you get the daisy punch out of there, because it does get hung up, especially on that thinner paper. And that was the large daisy punch that I used for this one. So to make the flowers, I punched 4 for each flower. Okay? And I also used, in black cardstock, I used one of the smallest circles of our circle die. And that makes a circle of about a 1 1/8 inch. To prepare this flower, all I did was moisten it a little bit on both sides. And I have this set of, they call them golf tools. And you can buy those on Amazon. Stampin' Up! Does not sell them. But it makes a real good daisy flower because it makes the little grooves in the flower. And I'm going to go ahead and use that for my centers too. And for a mat to help shape my flowers, I've just used the mat that's into the that goes into the Stamparatus, and I'm just flipping it over on the other side. I'm taking in my second to the smallest little golf tool, and I'm just going to work myself all the way around the outside edge of this. Then I'm going to take my 8mm stylus. This can also be purchased at Amazon. And just kind of work the center of this a little bit more. I'm trying to get like a cup shape. And I'm just going to try to smooth it out as much as I can and keep that shape. That looks fairly good to me. And now I'm going to take some hot glue, and probably shouldn't do this in your hand because hot glue is pretty hot, and use my silicone mat just in case I don't make a mess. Move this out the way, and just kind of give myself about a dime's worth of hot glue in there, and I'm going to let that cool off. And I don't want it to be as high as the cup itself, but about like that. It's about a halfway full. Now I'm going to let that cool. Now I'm going to need 2 of these petals for each flower, and 2 of these. This one was done with just the little finger tool, the Mango Melody ink. And what I did was just I sponged this and started off in the middle and try to go at least, well, about halfway up each petal with that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other one. Then I'll take my early espresso, and I'm going to use my poinsettia flower, this part right here, to do this area in here. Now, if you don't have this, you might have something else that would work, or you could actually just use a marker and mark inside of here. Okay, and you could just do like a little mark, something like that, and fill it in to make those if you wanted to. But I'm going to just use this. It's not going to be exactly right, and this flower does not fit this thing at all, but I'm just going to move it around till I get some ink, again about halfway up the petal. And if I overlap, that's okay, not a big deal. Doesn't have to be perfect, but something like that helped give those petals some shape. I'm going to get that same mat out again, and I'm going to get the largest one of these golf tools out. Okay, I'm working on the back side of those flowers there, and my flowers are not wet or misted at all, they're dry. And what I'm doing is I'm just pressing very hard on that same mat, the Stamparatus foam mat, and pressing it real hard at the end and bringing it in. I'm pressing as hard as I can. And I'm just going to pinch the insides of those. Trying not to tear them. Both of them. These all four were done that way. Okay, I'm going to get back to my silicone mat, and this is kind of this might not be completely dry, but it's dry enough. So now I'm going to go ahead and take, or cooled enough, I'm going to go ahead and take some more hot glue and go all the way around that bump I just made, and I'm going to put some more in the middle. Try not to burn my finger just like I did, and just push that down upside down or right side up on the mat. The glue is against the mat, and this is a silicone mat. It will not stick to this once it's dry. Now if I try to pull it off right this second, it would be stick and make strings, but it will cool off and it will not stick to it. Okay, now I'm going to take these and stagger them. I'm going to put the two gold ones in the back, a little daub of glue. I don't want too much here, but just some, and stagger these on top of one another. And again, stagger. Okay, kind of doubt this is cooled yet. Let's see. Looks like it is cooled enough. Okay, go ahead and take it and put a little daub of glue in the center of this. And now I'm going to glue my center in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and just fluff my little petals all the way around. Today I was inspired by these pretty little white daisies somebody posted on Facebook. So when you see things, get inspired by them and try to copy them. My multi-purpose white glue, and I've got some white pearls. They're called mini pearls, and again I'll write that down. Well, I'll just show you. It's called M-I-N-N-E, like mini pearl, mini pearls. Well, it is called mini pearls. And it's pearls, P-R-I-L-L-S. The mini pearls is the color. Now I'm going to take the glue, and I'm going to just run a line of glue. I'm going to try to run a line of glue about as thick as what I'm going from the outside edge of this, all the way around. What I found to do this, I'm going to just go ahead and cup this little silicone mat in my hand, because the silicone mat kind of helps these pearls from going everywhere. Not that they won't go some, but they won't go maybe quite as much. And I'm just going to try to cup that around there and just pour these on there. And then pour those back in. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.